Savannah is one of the hidden treasures of the United States. Quaint, historic, and remarkably well preserved, it's no wonder why sightseers from all over the world come to wander its streets. Have a gander at the local architecture. Try a sample of fresh pralines. Consider the entire city as a monument to slave labor. Eat a peach! Whatever you do, just do it as fast as humanly possible because Savannah could turn into a glass crater at any moment. February 5th, 1958. An F-86 fighter and B-47 bomber collide over coastal Georgia. The pilot of the F-86 is forced to eject, but the B-47 continues north with a gash in his wing. He remains in control, but he's losing altitude. Fearful that any excess weight might complicate his landing, the pilot dumps his cargo near Tybee Island and successfully lands at Hunter Air Force Base nearby. Disaster averted. Both pilots survive, and nothing important is lost except an F-86 and a, hold on, let me check my notes here. Oh yeah, a nuclear bomb! The government dropped a nuke on the largest port on the eastern seaboard, and then they gave the pilot an award. But it's okay because they recovered the bomb soon afterward. Except they didn't. A report issued by Army engineers after the incident stated, "We had every intention of getting the bomb back, but we realized there was a lot of water and quite a lot of sand, and anyway, we didn't bring our bathing suits, so it was a choice between wet denim or recovering the nuclear device, and I think I speak for all of us when I say we weren't willing to take that kind of risk. We left the bomb where it was." Bit by bit, sediment was deposited in the Wausau Sound, and each passing day decreased the likelihood that the nuke would be found. Eventually, everyone just sort of forgot. Over 60 years later, it's highly unlikely that any human will find the bomb, so it's probably best that we just don't worry about it. Go about your day, friend. Nothing is wrong, and everything is fine. Unless it's not the humans we should be worrying about after all. Stick with me here. In the 1980s, at the same time Oliver North flooded black neighborhoods with crack, his step clone, Oliver North by Northwest, flooded the southeast United States with even more volatile substances. Bath salts, methamphetamine, Flintstones chewables. Inundated with these satanic substances, Florida and Georgia became dens of criminality and the elderly. Maybe you remember the popular movie Scarface, a cautionary tale of a laundry detergent salesman in Miami who has to use progressively more of his own detergent to keep his immaculate white suits clean. Reasonably priced detergent.
It's a tie-down.
It's subtle, but this is actually a metaphor for drugs. But the question remains, why? What did the deep state have to gain by manufacturing these meth swamps? In his seminal work, Florida Mensch, Bioengineering the Lawless Periphery, anthropologist David Graeber argues the aim was simple: create a population of supercriminals with an inability to feel pain or associate meaningfully with reality, thus allowing them to ascend to new heights of dangerous absurdity. Florida Man is not just a danger to the health of those around him, he is an existential threat to law and order itself. He unravels state authority and individual morality in tandem. This has been the prevailing theory for the past 20 years, that Floridians weren't just a cosmic accident, but a constructed entity designed to disrupt and destabilize everything they touch. With this new weapon, the US could now safely extend their imperialist apparatus simply by plopping Floridians in strategic positions around the globe. But what does this have to do with the lost nuke in Savannah? Well, nothing if we accept Graeber's theory. But what if we look deeper, below the surface, in the sewers?
Reno Police Department in Middle Tennessee is sounding the alarm about meth gators.
Yep, meth gators. Twice as fast, twice as strong, and half as likely to graduate high school, meth gators present a threat far greater than any humanoid Floridian. Armed with unnatural strength, crippling addiction, and relatively few marketable skills, these gators have taken to stripping appliances for scrap in order to get their next fix. But what happens when a tweaking crocodile stumbles upon an unknown device hidden at the foot of the Savannah River? What if the reason the government is dumping fluoride into the water isn't to turn the friggin' frogs gay after all, but to strengthen gators' teeth so that they can chew through the thick steel casing of a nuclear bomb? What if the biggest false flag in history even bigger than the time FDR invented anime to justify entering World War II. If Savannah explodes, World War III and the New World Order will soon follow. A new world in which every state, every province, every land is Florida. The global meth swamp is almost upon us, friends. I hope you know how to swim.